Looks like Kaizek's already here, and he's been here for a couple of minutes. I was still setting up the stream when I saw his text chat up here. So I'm just gonna check real quick. Are you there? Just put out the notification. Whoops. Hello, King Coop. Alright, it looks like we have everyone here that needs to be here. Alright. I am clicking on the wrong thing. Well, I thank you, King Coop. Alright, let's see. Now what should I do? Should I meet with Remy, Lorem? Maybe I should order some lunch? Don't really want to listen to records. Or should I just get some well-deserved rest? I think I'm just gonna do that. Your sound just cut out. Oh no. You want me to wait until you can fix it? I doubt you can really hear me if your sound's cut out. Alright. I'll use this time to set up my phone. Stream manager. Alright. In the end, I decided to spend the day relaxing in my apartment. I didn't know when things would start to pick up again, so I figured it'd be better to get some rest as long as I still could. Alright, welcome back. I decided to get some well-deserved rest. Well-deserved rest. Passion. Superstition. Ooh, I wonder what that means. Something gonna happen? Like Remy was at the portal there. That's right, you're watching me in VR. I awoke with my eyes fixed on the ceiling wallpaper. They put wallpaper on the ceiling? I didn't know that. A sense of dread lingered from a nightmare I no longer remember. How many more times would I see this apartment before I return to my own world? Or before something happened to me? I got ready for the day and tried to shake off those thoughts. There's the doorbell. I wonder who's there. It's Sebastian! Hey, Dr. Spaceman! And right on the minute, you show up at this time every day, like clockwork. Clocks are reliable, and reliable is good in this line of work. I've got something for you. An envelope from the facility? Oh, these are the results from the test Anna ran on my blood. She must have sent this before she was, killed, and now she's dead. No, it's no use thinking about that now. Maybe the results will be able to help us. Let's see, remarkable similarities in genetic makeup, particularly the brain structure. Oh, I suppose this isn't the only reason you're here. The chief will explain everything once we get there. Let's not keep him waiting, shall we? Where are we going? You going somewhere neat? A neat place. Murdered? We arrived at a place that would look like an ordinary house. Had it not been for its extraordinary size. It reminded me more of a hostel than a family home. Chief! There you are. Wait, weren't you supposed to be with Irma? Luckily, she doesn't work every day of the week. I see. Anyway, we're nearly done here, so I'll keep it short. Reza broke into the hatchery. There's another murder victim, an employee at the hatchery who was on night duty. Her body was found quite away from you. There's evidence of struggle, but she covered a lot of distance before it was ultimately over. Loud bangs were heard from the area her body was found, and she has numerous wounds consistent with both the wounds on the previous victims and that other weapon he has. By this point, news of another corpse didn't have the... Oh wait. By this point, news of another corpse did not have the same impact anymore. She was just another one of Reza's faceless victims. A hatchery? Is that what this building is? Well, not only. It's a council-owned building, and they like keeping everything related to their sector under the same roof. Yeah, another person's dead, and my character's indifferent about it. Is what I can tell. So, but besides, oh wait, I already read that. That reminds me of the production facility. It should. They have a similar management structure. Can we get back to the case? Sorry for the interruption, Chief. Wait a minute. If an orphanage is in there too... There are no other casualties, but Reza got something else when he broke in. A generator, as well as a few eggs. What? He's kidnapping children now? This is getting bad. Well, I mean, I'm a bit of a sleepwalker in real life, but I'd hope that in video games I wouldn't also be a sleepwalker. Luckily, the power was restored before anything happened to all the other eggs left inside, but needless to say, the parents of the stolen eggs are not going to be happy. Why would he steal eggs in the first place? That was the question I was asking. Oh, that's my girlfriend. Yeah. She's watching tonight. Alright. No, he's kidding. I hope he's not. I hope he's not cooking them. These are children we're talking about. Alright. Maybe you could tell us. That's why you're here after all. I don't know. I have no idea what he would even do with them. Maybe he wants to use them as a bargaining chip after all. He still has to make his escape and the portal is still broken. You think he wants to exchange them for a safe passage through the portal? Maybe. It's still broken though, so I'm not sure if that would be much help. Maybe he has a part he needed to repair it, and that now has everything he needs to escape. He could trigger he could trade the eggs for a safe passage, fix the portal, and leave. That's not the only possibility. He may not be the one who broke the portal. Maybe he thinks you've intentionally sabotaged it, so he can't leave, and he feels the need. He feels he needs the eggs as a bargaining chip to get you to repair it. If he just wanted to leave, I feel like he could have done that already. It doesn't matter who sabotaged the portal. We only know that Reza's actions are becoming more and more desperate. He kidnapped defenseless eggs and even used the human weapon. Something's clearly going on with him. Maybe it means that he'll slip up soon. Who knows? Maybe he already has. In any case, we're done here. Let's head back to the department and decide what to do next. Hopefully some of the test results will come and tell us something. After a brief walk, we were in Bryce's office again. The initial test results had already come in, but didn't reveal any insightful or new information. So what do we do now? Go over the timeline again? Status I think it's gonna be the same. Okay, I'll check the status. All right, I'll check the status. Not yet. There are a few things I'd like to take care of first. What do you have in mind? Suddenly there was a knock at the door. Come in. It's Maverick. Maverick, what are you doing here?
Chief, can I talk to you alone?
We're quite busy here, Maverick. What is this about?
Reza.
I was not expecting Maverick. I thought maybe it was gonna be Reza being like, I got the eggs, and you gotta fix the portal, haha. Well, you're looking at the Reza task force, so if you have anything to say, you can say it in front of all of us.
I see. I think I know where Reza is.
You know where Reza is at this very moment?
I have good reason to believe that I have located his hideout. He could still be there, or he might have already moved on.
I don't think there's any new dragons. Damn, Maverick, tell me everything.
I've been tracking him for a while now. When he was at the portal a few days ago, I nearly got him and managed to follow him for a while before I lost him. Based on that, where he's been and where his victims have been found, I could triangulate his whereabouts. He has to live somewhere, right? He needs a base to hide. The generators and everything is stolen.
Bryce cleared the clutter on the table and smoothed out the map of the... Jeez, I am stuttering right now. And smoothed out the map of the town on its surface. It already had a few locations related to the case marked on it. Alright, King Coop, I'll see you when you get back. Haha. Show it to me.
Prior victims were found here, and here. Today's was here. She was following him, likely because she wanted to save the eggs he stole. This was the path he took from the portal when I followed him a few days ago. So we have established this as his area of operation. Extrapolated, and we could narrow it down to this. Now, where could he be hiding in this area? He's certainly not within the village borders. So unless he's decided to live in the wilderness or in a hole in the ground, the only option is here.
The abandoned farm. When did you figure all this out?
Just a few minutes ago. When I did, I immediately came here.
Damn it, Maverick. This might be it. Should we send an observation team? As if we had one to spare. Heck, we're going there right now. What about you, Maverick?
I'm still on Scaly, remember? Besides, if I saw Reva right now, I'd probably do something I shouldn't.
That's very responsible of him. How about you, Dr. Spaceman? Isn't this gonna be dangerous? Reza probably won't harm you, as you're the only one he could possibly consider an ally. Good point. If anything, with you there, we might be able to convince him to give up. Or we could act like we intended to trade you for the eggs if he tries to use them as a bargaining chip. You're not really going to use me as ransom, right? We'll see about that. I suppose if it's necessary, I'll have to play along. I've got your back. If there's one thing we could do to make this whole situation even worse, it'd be messing up with you. We have the element of surprise if we walk into his base right now, but we risk Reza lashing out with his weapon. If we want to resolve this peacefully, observation is probably the way to go.
Yes, ransom.
I guess we won't need Dr. Spaceman. Wrong voice. I guess we won't need Dr. Spaceman there for that. True enough. Alright, Dr. Spaceman. You stay here and wait for further instructions. We may need you at a moment's notice. Don't do anything without us telling you to, understand? Okay. Alright, then let's go, Sebastian. After you, Chief! And Maverick, good job.
Thanks, Chief.
Shortly after they vanished, Maverick also turned to leave. Then I had to wait. Bryce and Sebastian were observing the farm now, and if anything had happened, I'd be the first to know. I spent some time looking around Bryce's office, studying the material he had gathered about the case, though there wasn't any information that I already didn't know. After a few hours, the telephone in his office rang. I'm not sure whether the call was intended for me or Bryce, which is also my name. I picked it up. Dr. Spaceman? Yes. I think you need to come here. I'll give you the directions. No problem. Uh-oh. There you are. So what happened? A whole lot of nothing. There was no movement to or from the building in the time we've been watching. He usually operates during the night, so maybe he's just asleep? In that case, it would be best for us to go in before he has a chance to make his escape. Or maybe he's not even in there anymore. He could have seen us and slipped away unnoticed, with plenty of time to destroy the evidence while he's been waiting here. Coop's not back? Oh, I should probably wait. You're right. So how you been doing? How's school? That's good. That's good. I've been doing pretty good in my Python class myself. So are you playing a game while watching my stream, or how is that working out for you with VR? No, you're just watching the stream in VR? That's interesting. I don't know how long he's gonna be gone. It is. So you're not doing anything else. You're just watching the stream in the void of space. So do you have anything in your surroundings, or is this all you can see? Do they program like stars in the background or anything? Nebula. Oh, that's pretty cool. I bet that's really pretty. Nebula and stars. No, I thought you said nebula, and you just meant nebula from like Guardians of the Galaxy. Space is really pretty. Mm-hmm. Just imagine Nebula from Guardians of the Galaxy just superimposed behind everything else. Oh, I bet it isn't all that fun. You gotta point at everything to type. And it's a whole ordeal. Oh, jeez. Alright. I've given him a decent amount of time to come back. Should I keep going, or should I keep waiting for him? Alright. I guess we can just wait. Maybe I can see what Pokemon I can catch. Alright. We'll wait for him. Yeah, I'll just look at my Pokemon Go and see. Oh sweet, a whole bunch of Pokemon spawned. That'll keep me occupied. I'm gonna catch a Pikachu. Choo. Choo. So I'm doing this challenge in Pokemon Go. There's a Pikachu. Yeah, I set your Switch on top of my Switch, so I'll try to remember to bring it. No, I'll probably remember. Got a Torchic. Anyways, I'm doing this challenge in Pokemon Go to get Shiny Mew. I have to get 151 Great Throws. And I have to send 151 gifts to friends. Friends don't generally accept my gifts, so I can't send them very often. Which... it's gonna take forever. You know? Five more minutes. Alright. We'll sit and wait for 5 more minutes. Choo. Hey, another great throw. 5 minutes or less. Alright. What if King Coop never returns? What if he becomes a ghost? Well, I haven't evolved one of these things yet. Yeah, 2 stars is good enough. I'll evolve it. Yeah, we'll give him a little bit. I want to at least catch all these Pokemon. Diggersby! Yay! Diggersby. Diggers by the way. Bulbasaur. I'm gonna catch me a Bulbasaur. He broke out! Ah! Maybe I should use one of my 300 Great Balls. That might help. He broke out again. Or, I'll just sit here and farm Great Throws off of him. There we go. That completes that challenge. Both is good. A Rhyhorn appeared, huh? I'm gonna get him. Another Great Throw. I have... Oh, so you could choose the size of the screen? That's pretty neat. Are you gonna become a VR trooper? We are VR troopers. Virtual reality. An Onyx, eh? Choo. 32 Great Throws out of 151. I'm a fifth of the way there. Catch 20 Pokemon again. Well, damn it. Defeat 3 Team Go Rocket Grunts. Catch 2 Shadow Pokemon. Catch 20 Pokemon. dang it, that's just a nice throw. Movie size or monitor size? Movie size is probably the best size. I mean, either way, it's still a rectangle. Can you make it a circle? Can you make the screen a circle? Geodude. Catch me a Geodude. I think that is it. I might be out of Pokemon. Yep. Ah, dang it, dude. No circles. That's lame. Alright. We'll get back to it. No more Pokemon to catch, and King Coop's still not back. Which is too bad. But we gave him a chance. He'll be able to catch up. Well, we can catch him up. Alright. You're right. Either he's still inside or he's already gone and not coming back. Let's go in. Yeah, he might have to watch the VOD. What should I do? You coming in with me? Sebastian, you'll walk around and watch the back of the building just in case he tries to escape. I'm on it, Chief. I go in and you stay here, alright? What am I even here for then? You're our insurance. If Reza tries to flee and sees you, it might throw him off. You might be able to help stop him. Or if we get into a standoff, I can tell him you're here as well. I just don't want you to come inside when it becomes dangerous. I think I want to go at first. Why? Maybe I could talk him. Maybe I could talk to him and we can figure things out. I don't think he wants to kill me, so even if it doesn't work out, Sebastian and you will still be nearby to catch him. Well, things are about to get so spicy. I'll be right behind you then. But do be careful. We slowly made our way to the front door. I took a deep breath and tried to prepare myself for the possibility of facing Reza. The tense scenarios and things I could say to him rushed through my head, and as I'm having a stroke, I swear. My head as I press down on the door handle. I press up on the door handle, and that's the only way to get my front door to open. The door itched open with a creak, but I noticed the slight resonance and a strange sound that suddenly made me hesitate. Oh, that's not a handle. It's a handle, but it isn't a handle. That's a circular handle. When I looked down to the source of the noise, I saw a taut wire in the gap of the door hovering over the floor of the entryway. That was a pretty close call, you know. Too bad Reza wasn't here after all. Maybe he ran when he saw us approach. Strange for him to leave everything behind, though. Everything he's stolen, all the generators, is still here. Do you think the trap was for us in particular? Probably not. It was likely more of a general safety precaution. If he had any time to prepare for this, he would have taken the stuff with him. You wanted it to go boom? You wanted me to die? Oh wait, I don't think whoops. True enough, I had no idea you could make a bomb out of a generator. Then you haven't been with us long enough. If you know how, it's not even all that complicated. And Reza somehow figured it out? Apparently so. Does he have the skills pertaining to engineering or electricity? Well, he's worked on cars before and fixes a lot of things back home. I guess that would qualify. He also could have done it on his own research. Either way, this makes him even more dangerous. At least we now have a whole building worth of clues. Dr. Spaceman, can you get to your apartment from here? We'll be busy with this scene for a while. No problem, I'll leave you to your work then. Good job, Dr. Spaceman. Thanks. He said I did a good job. This isn't my apartment. Oh, that's why. I'm surprised you called me back so quickly. How's the investigation going? Oh, the investigation is going swimmingly, but as you can expect, we need all the help we can get. As usual. With how this case has been going, we've realized that we must employ external help. Oh? Yeah, we've requested assistance from one of the cities. We hope they'll send some good investigators on our way soon. Oh, it sounds like there's gonna be new dragons! Oh yeah, status. Still just impressed. What's this? Oh, that's the blood. That's the blood I gave. It's interesting how it's just here. And there's also this. Just also really neat. What? Well, Bryce is impressed with me, which is a weird sentence to say. I'm good with, what's his bucket? Lemmy, no, it wasn't Lemmy, it was Lorem. I'm good with Lorem. And with everyone else, I'm neutral. And I think this person's probably dead. So, yeah. That's this stuff. Alright. I see. We were so close today. He could have been there, and then he could have been there, you know? Maybe we just came a few minutes too late. Yeah, I figured it was Anna. And if he knows how to make bombs from generators, who's to say he won't start using them elsewhere? Well, didn't we get them all back? At least he doesn't have any right now, does he? You said all the generators that were stolen are now accounted for. True, still, this whole case is growing to be too much of a small-town police department. Too much for, is what I meant to say. I hope you'll get all the help you need. Me too. But right now, you can help us again. Well, what do you have for me? When we searched the building, we found more of the things Reza stole. We also found this bloody bandage. Do you think that's his? That's what we need to find out. But given all that we know, it probably is. So he's wounded. We know he was injured during the fight with his first victim. But whether this is the same wound or something else, I'm not sure. In any case, you could bring it to the lab for us and find out more. Sure. Next, we have a witness who reported hearing loud bangs that night. We'd like to send someone to make a follow-up visit. You'll need to confirm the witness statement. Then see if he has anything new to share. Also, now that we have reclaimed your PDAs, we're going to send one to the archives for analysis. Since they've had experience with human artifacts, they're better suited to do it than any of our own departments. No problem. And lastly, we have the eggs. It's a relief that we found them unharmed in the building. They're safe and ready to be sent back to the hatchery. Shouldn't we take care of those first? It's not as urgent as you might think. Our eggs are pretty resilient. Being in the care of the hatchery is more an insurance than a requirement. Some people choose to keep them in their own home until they hatch, rather than having the hatchery take care of it. The hatchery has been notified, but they won't be able to send someone for a few hours. I've heard that they're really understaffed. Well, yeah, because one of their staff died. Yeah, no scrambled children. Which is good. It's a good thing. Alright. If you bring the eggs and the paperwork to them, you'll speed up the process, but it's not an urgent matter. I see. In any case, I'll just leave everything here until I get to it, so feel free to do with these as you wish. I know it's laughable that we don't even have a free hand for simple errands. Oh, don't worry about it. By the way, are you planning to attend the summer festival? It's summer? I thought it was spring. It's gotta be spring. The cherry blossoms are in bloom. When we went to the park, it was the cherry blossoms. Can't be summer. Should I? It's hard to think about something fun when I'm wrapped up in this investigation. For sure. It's important to take a short rest so you don't lose your head. There's so much that we see at the festival, particularly the big fireworks. Dragons enjoy fireworks too? I would think that something like that would feel so commonplace, since many of you breathe fire. It's not quite the same. We appreciate the wonder of the colorful bursts in the sky. On the last day, there's always a big fireworks show. Everyone usually attends it. Everyone? Yes, it has a great tradition behind it. What peeves me the most is I'll be on guard duty when it happens this year, so I probably won't be able to see a thing. I'll be sure not to miss it then. Anyways, I should get back to the investigation now. I'll leave the stuff for you here. And I'll take care of the rest once I get back, alright? Sure thing. Good luck, Dr. Spaceman. You too. Take the bandage to... Okay, I think... take it to the facility... Ooh. There's a lot of stuff to do. I think... I don't know. Should I just flip a coin on it? Heads is the top half, tails is the bottom half. And then I flip again. Same rules. Tails, bottom half. Heads. Take the PDA to the library it is. Doesn't look like Remy is here.
Oh, there's a new dragon!
Just like King Coop wanted. Where? He said he'd be right back. And he's not here yet. Dang it. Should I give him a Mickey Mouse voice? I think I'm gonna give him a Mickey Mouse voice.
Excuse me!
I don't know if it should be angry, excuse me, or... Can I help you?
Do you know where the audio section is? I'm looking for some sheet music.
Sorry, I have no idea. I don't even work here.
Don't worry about it. The staff all seem to be hiding somewhere. Anyways, have a good day.
You too. Dang it, I can't believe King Coop's missing this prime content. Alright, maybe Remy's somewhere in the back or in his office. Hello?
You know this section's usually for staff only.
I'm just looking for Remy. I'm supposed to drop off this PDA.
Well, he isn't working today. Apparently, he has other engagements. If you need to find him, you could probably do it at his home.
Can't I just leave the PDA here?
Oh, I'm not going to take responsibility for it if it gets lost. If you want to drop it off, go find him.
Okay. Geez, she's really rude. I really don't like her.
By the way, I hope you do not take it personally that I tried to send you away.
Oh, I took it very personally.
To be honest, I am glad that you are still here. Remember, I said I believed you when you told me that your side of the story.
Yeah, it should have been Karen. No, the scrolling's not. But it's Irma. That's honestly, Irma's like the most Karen voice any Karen could have.
I always have to do what's in the public's best interest. And now they will not blame me if you have any connection to Reza. I hope you can understand that.
Wow, that's very backhanded of you, Irma. Thank you.
Here is a Rebby's address, just in case you need it.
Thank you. Oh, geez, it's really nice in here. All right, what voice did I... Ah, it's you! I don't think it's a good time for you to visit right now, though. I just came to give you this. I was already at the library, but Irma refused to let me drop it off there. I see! Oh, it's one of your PDAs. I was really looking forward to this. Well, here you go. Thanks for coming by! Enjoy. Alright, that's done. Oh! I can do other things. I'm not sure what taking the bandage to the facility would really do. I mean, we already know it belongs to Remy. So I'm ruling that one out. Yeah, I'll do the eggs. I don't think the witness is going to tell us anything we don't already know. I was on my way to the hatchery when I heard a voice call out to me. Yeah, Reza. Reza, you're right. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh, they both start with R-E. You know? Kevin? Who's Kevin? Hello there! Turned around to see an unfamiliar face before me. What the goodness? It's a furry dragon. Hi, I'm Kevin. Dr. Spaceman, nice to meet you. Could I perhaps interest you in our Midwest institution? Is this some kind of religious thing? No, not at all. It's a college. Sorry, but I already got my degrees. Yeah, I know. It was just a joke. Kaisek's played this before. Oh, so me going to college is a joke now? I'm not good enough for it? Is that it? Not at all. If you wanted to study there, I don't think you'll be with us long enough to make any use of it. I think that came out wrong. You're lucky I won't take this the wrong way. Phew. So, you're a recruiter for this college? No, this is just my summer job. Once the semester starts up again, I'll actually be attending to get my degree in psychology. College, wonderful times. Is that sarcasm? Maybe. I didn't even know you had colleges here, though. Well, you do now. Why'd you even approach me if you knew I'm not going to go to college here? Don't tell me this is just because I'm human. I was actually trying to talk to that old lady who walked by. But once you turned around, there was no going back. Oh, well, thanks for not making things awkward. Hey, I treat everyone nicely until I have a reason not to. That's good customer service right there. Yeah, it just sort of happened. I was gonna try for more of like an Irish thing, but it turned into Russian, and I just... That's what I did. It's what happened. Sure, but it's not just for the job, you know. That's just me. Shit. I thought this was just a Patreon thing. Is this... I guess I could invite him. Why don't you come over to my... Oh, no. Shoot. I didn't realize... Dang it. I thought I was just inviting him along. And no. I didn't save. Oh. Damn it. Damn it. Can't go back. Whatever. Then you found the right person for the job. My Russian accent is terrible. I can't promise anything right now, but maybe I'll see you another time. For sure. I also have to finish this up here. But after that, I'm free. Alright, I'll let you know. Oh, so I don't... Okay. I'm just gonna pretend this never happened. And he'll just be mad at me. And I don't care. Because I belong to Earth. And I can just go back to Earth later. When the portal's fixed. And I will hide there in shame. I'll be here all day and tomorrow. So it shouldn't be hard to find me. Great. I have to get going now, but I'll be sure to let you know if anything's up. Sure, see ya. Jeez, big furry dragon. Who would have guessed? Alright, here we are again. Hey, Dr. Spaceman, right? What are you doing here? Oh, I just came by to drop off these. Drop what off? The stolen eggs. I figured the hatchery would have want them back. Oh, I was actually going to get those from the police department later. I'm so glad that they got back safely. Emily, stop chewing my leg. What?
It tasty.
Just a...
tasty. I like your leg. I like to eat it. It's mine. I like it.
An adorable voice. It's tasty! Oh, well. Anyways, I was about to go inside, so I'll take those off your hands. Thanks for bringing them here. No problem. I returned eggs to the hatchery, says the system. Thanks for all your help. I'll take care of the remaining desks so you can take the rest of the day off. I'm sure you have things to do other than helping the police department. Yeah. Wouldn't you like to know, Sebastian? It's no problem, really. My trip to your world was supposed to be a vacation. Alright then, I'll see you next time. See ya. Alright. I'm gonna visit Bryce. I'm gonna come on. After this fateful day, I was glad to finally have some sort of respite. I wandered into the kitchen as I considered tonight's dinner. Should I cook something or order out? When I returned to the living room, I suddenly found my strength leaving me, and I collapsed to the floor. Dang. Was I poisoned? Did somebody poison me? What the fuck? What? I wanted to meet up with Bryce. Dang it. The next thing I saw was a blurry stone ceiling. As my eyesight slowly returned, I managed to sit up. I was in a cave, and before me stood a familiar, mysterious face. I apologize for the violence. Yeah, he probably knocked me out or something. but I can assure you it's the easiest way. Where am I? Is this your hideout? Just a temporary accommodation, so we can be undisturbed for this meeting. Someone else used to live here until recently. Do you know who I am? Well, you're not Reza. Wait, what? No, what? No, what? No! What? I'm gonna have to keep doing this dumb ghost voice, aren't I? Good! What did it take for you to figure that out? Since you're not whispering... Oh, he was supposed to be whispering. Since you're not whispering anymore, I can hear clearly your voice. I had a feeling that you couldn't be him since the first time we met, though. Which first time are you talking about? The generator in the cellar when you pushed me. I see. You can call me the administrator. No other humans are supposed to be here, though. I assume that's why you're wearing the mask. You don't want to be recognized. That is correct. Whoever you are, you also saved my life. On more than one occasion. Your presence here doesn't make any sense. You couldn't have come through the portal. The dragons would have noticed. This is where you are wrong. My arrival through the portal is what led the dragons to discover to the first place. Is that so? Oh, your audio died again? I figure I should probably... he can read. When I crawled out of the hole in the earth and hit the portal, there was no guards to discover me. My appearance exposed the portal, but the dragons didn't know it was there yet. So you arrived even before Reza? That makes you the actual first human to come to this world. That is more true than you might think. Just who are you then? I may have arrived through the portal just like you, but my story is very different. Alright, I'm gonna read this in my... Before the fall of humanity, I was an engineer. I was part of a team that was formed to create bioweapons. That's no good. Bioweapons are bad. Our task was to create these bioweapons in a country where their development hadn't yet been regulated or outlawed. These weapons were planned to be a low-cost alternative for poor countries to wage war, so they would no longer have to rely on expensive drones and machines for warfare. Bioweapons are a bad idea, always. I was to set up the lab where our bioweapon development would take place. It was a clandestine operation, set to be in the middle of the wilderness. The laboratory was an independent... not the kind I'm thinking of. I don't know, bioweapons are like always a bad idea. Alright, and provided everything we needed without having to rely on external resources or even an existing power grid. Everything was to be teleported right into the middle of nowhere, with no traces or paper trail to follow. So international communities and law enforcement would have no idea of our operations. Our only connection to the outside world after setup would have been a two-way portal to our headquarters, who would provide everything we needed. While we already could teleport individual people, teleporting a whole building was another matter entirely. So they're the ones that built the portals? Our solution was matter compression technology, incredibly expensive, but operating in the gray market was also very lucrative. The technology behind it was much more complicated than even teleportation, despite being based on it. While teleportation works by utilizing black holes with a beginning and an end, compression technology relies on a loop, keeping matter in sort of a limbo state until the loop is broken. Huh. Working with black holes was very complicated to begin with, but this shape required much more finesse, and thus was much more expensive. I was to be sent alone to set up the lab and the portal so the rest of the team could arrive safely. In case you didn't know, it is possible to use a portal to send someone to a previously defined endpoint. Therefore, it is not required to have a portal at the destination to be sent there. But as you can imagine, this is also very dangerous. Single variable off by a fraction could mean the difference between landing safely at your destination and smothering in space. Of course, my employer did not want anything like that to happen. Not necessarily for my own sake, but because of all the unfathomably expensive equipment I had with me. Regardless, something went wrong anyways. Despite all their checks and safeguards, they could only minimize the risk so much. Even if the risk is a fraction of a fraction, sometimes you're just that unlucky. Yeah, capitalism. He's working in the gray market, not the black market, the gray market. Sometimes it turns out that your bad luck is a blessing in disguise. I arrived safely somewhere in the jungles of Earth, yet it was not the destination that had been planned. I knew something was off, but nevertheless I set to work immediately. At the very least, I could prepare the building. I would have shelter, and then I could begin preparations for our project. Getting the portal into working order would take more time, as it was a complicated process that could take several weeks. If things had gone wrong as I suspected, I would at least be able to establish contact with headquarters after the portal had been set up, and would be able to return. While teleporting the lab to the wrong location was certainly a costly mistake, I was still lucky to have my life. Before long, I discovered the truth about the place I'd arrived. While I was still on Earth, it was not the Earth I knew. It was the Earth of 65 million years ago. Wait, so we're on Earth 65 million years ago? What? What? We knew that by utilizing black holes for teleportation, the time travel was a theoretical possibility. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow. I love you. It was something even my company didn't dare to attempt, though as teleportation in itself was still a very new technology. Yet, here I was, 65 billion years in the past, with a research station all to myself. The company would revel in the opportunity to study and profit from all the different life forms I could see. If only I knew about them. I spent a few weeks setting up the portal as planned, yet when I tried to reestablish contact with my employer, I was met with silence. Despite the time discrepancy, the portal should have been able to find my companies in the present. Like, my companies in the present. Why isn't it just company? It's weird. For a black hole, sending something through time was no different than sending something through space. However, when we build portals, we give them specialized configuration. It was only possible to travel through space by aligning them across the time axis. That meant I, in the past, would still be able to search for portals in the present to connect. I would still be able to. My counterparts in the present, though, would not be able to find me in the past, even if they tried. But if I couldn't find them, not a single one, even after checking the portal for its function, I determined that, for all intents and purposes, the portal from the company should have been there to connect with. It was then that I had a terrible realization. The portals in the present didn't exist anymore, or were no longer operational. Maybe the blunder of teleporting the lab caused them to reconsider the risks of using this technology after all. It was already controversial and had been outlawed in several countries. I would have been surprised if they decided to cut their losses, but it was highly unlikely that they would have immediately shut down every single portal and left me stranded without notice. Portal technology was still being relied on in several places in the present. In my mind, only one possibility remained: super weapons. Various nations had been using them as bargaining chips for some time. I didn't think the threats had become that serious, but one of them must have launched their weapons and destroyed the majority of Earth. Could have been the result of a malfunction, or perhaps a political situation had escalated. Either way, it was not possible for me to establish any means of communication to find out what had really happened. I could have sent myself back into the present with the right coordinates, but this was a risky endeavor, and I also had to ask myself, it was a present I wanted to return to. I was sure that if anything was even left of our world, the aftermath or a possible retaliatory strike would take care of the rest. In the end, I had to realize that whichever present did not exist was likely not one that was worth returning to. It made my decision all the easier. Instead of returning to a destroyed civilization, I saw an opportunity. Rather than creating bioweapons, I used the lab to create a new civilization, shaped by my own ideals. I had all the necessary data and most modern methods and machines at my fingertips. Besides, most of the processes had already been automated. In the end, I still used the lab for what it had been created for, using human and animal DNA to create beings that were mostly animal, but possessed greater intelligence that allowed... Oh my gosh. He made the dragons. Oh my gosh. What? Huh. Guess... Yeah. I guess our DNA matching makes a lot more sense. So, yeah. As I didn't have any animal samples sent with me when I initially arrived, I collected them from the sources available to me. Automated process mixed the DNA further across the samples. New abilities were added, like enhanced armor, flight, and split weapons to make the new creatures more effective in combat. The result was a number of different species, each tailored to and optimized to fill a specific role in a war situation. What war situation are you going to be dealing with 65 million years in the past? Hormones allowed me to speed up their growth, and with the lab's learning program, they could be educated in whatever manner I saw fit. My first concern was self-sufficiency. They needed the kind of knowledge that would enable them to come together as their own independent society. Luckily, the AI that automated all the processes in the lab was more than helpful. I unleashed the first generation of my creation, and as their leader, founded our first village. I thought we could really pull it off, and once I saw they could survive without my guidance, and also govern themselves, I knew my plan was a success. When I realized this new society would eventually be destroyed, I told myself that I would do anything I could to save it. Destroyed? What are you talking about? Oh, I have to go back to the ghost voice, shouldn't I? Alright. Haven't you realized where we are? The what? The Chicks Club. The Chicks Club asteroid is headed right for us. With a diameter of over 10 kilometers. Its impact would create a humongous cloud of dust, throwing Earth into a literal dark age. They will block out the sunlight for over a year, killing more than just a year, I think. Isn't it? killing off many species of plants that rely on photosynthesis to survive. As a result, the animals that eat those plants will also vanish, as those who sought sustenance from these herbivores. No ghost voice? Or no! Ghost voice! You don't want me to do the ghost voice? I'm gonna wait for your answer on this one. Nah? Nah what? Nah ghost voice? Nah, you gotta be more specific than that, dude. No ghost voice. Alright? All in all, 75% of the species will vanish, and in terrestrial ecosystems, all animals heavier than a single kilogram will die. That would be 2.2 pounds, in case you didn't know. I'm gonna tone it down a bitty. Oh, yeah, I've tried to tone it down. It will be the end of everyone who lives here. Every single dragon you have seen, unless we do something. We? What am I supposed to do? Do you not wish to save them? I came here to help humanity. Now, you tell me that this society, this whole world, is also on the brink of extinction? Face desk. But you've got a big VR scope on your face. You can't face desk. That is the truth. Now, I'm gonna tone it all the way up. Just for that. What kind of difference could a single person like me even make to save it? Right now, it's a single person that presents the greatest threat. Reza, how? In order to stop the comet, we will need as much power as possible. Oh, you took it off? I figured you'd have to do that eventually. Those things are heavy. We reclaimed all the generators you stole. Besides, how could a few of them be enough to make a difference for something like this? Don't forget that Reza is still out there, looking for more. The truth is, I don't know if all the generators we could gather would ever be enough. You was. Yeah, I realized. So, you was in the bed, on your pillows, looking up at the night sky, and what you saw was me, streaming the game. We only require enough power to divert the comet's path during a crucial moment. But even if this plan is possible, we need every single generator we can get. Yep, Dr. Spaceman, up in space, over the cosmos. So my goal hasn't changed, I just need to find Reza? Yes, but you'll need my help. And maybe the help of others. You know that Reza is dangerous, and with his gun, he has a clear advantage. So, like, how old is that guy? Is he, like, really old? Like, this society's become self-sufficient. Or did the AI make up lots of memories that the dragons think they remember? Don't think that he would hesitate to kill you if you were in his way. I guess I'll see. Then what shall we do? Do you know where he is? No, but I think you'll find him soon. And you can count on my support when that happens. I see. There's one thing that still doesn't make sense to me, though. They went through the portal in the future. Yeah? Neat. The dragons have myths about you, but they don't know or remember you. Oh, he's about to explain it. They haven't seen any humans for who knows how long. How much time could have passed since you created them? No. Oh, you're saying he went into the future. How many generations could it take to forget? Why isn't there proof of your existence? I don't know exactly how long it's been myself. But when I realized what time period I was in, that my creation was about to be wiped out in the future, I wanted to go to that future and see what they had become. I disabled the portal's time access safeguards, and thus enabled it to connect with others in the different times. This also included that very same portal in the future, with the generator of our lab being able to supply the portal with power for an indefinite amount of time. I was able to travel to any point in the future that I wanted to. Jeez, it's deteriorating. The voice is falling apart, dang it. The entry and end point of the black hole would be the same place and the same portal, with the way traveling beginning being just along the time axis. Neat. So he aligned it across the space axis. Neat. I gotta change his voice, don't I? I don't know what the voice to do. Let's do some other one. Yeah, it's up to me, I know. Should I make him a pirate? No, I can't do another gruff voice. It's enough as it is. I'll just let all the humans be my own voice. Since I could now search for connection points in any time period, I could look for my own portal in the future and pinpoint the moment its signal stopped. Well, wait, is the end of the scene close? Should I just keep going with the voice? Comet? Exactly. Slightly deeper version of my voice. Exactly. Well, that's what I did with Bryce's voice, and then I sort of got an accent. I found that specific point in time and traveled to a future that was close to that event as I could safely manage. After I arrived here, my escape from the portal's hiding place led to its discovery by the dragons, and it and the laboratory were unearthed. I still don't understand how our portals found yours, or why we ended up arriving at this particular time period. The portal that you found was no doubt one of my company's. They must have been connected before, so the corresponding data for their connection already existed when you found it. I'm not sure if that could bypass the anti-time travel safeguards, though. It was completely operational when you found it? No, it took a little bit of tinkering. Probably jumping the hardware safeguard in the process. Now, consider that connecting portals travel along the time axis together. The data for their beginning and end points are adjusted automatically. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to transport anything from one place in the world to another without also sending it through time. Whoops.
Self-voicing disabled.
Since these two portals must have been connected at some point, the corresponding data for the connection between those two portals already existed. They're really just going to explain everything about everything, aren't they? Dang it. And they were questions I was asking anyways. When using the same connection without changing any of the data, this would mean that despite the time discrepancy between those two portals, time still progressed linearly for them. I'm not sure damn it. Can I just say I understand and be done with it? Let me try to rephrase that. The portal you found and my own share a connection. However, while the connection is locked to a certain place, which is wherever the portal is at the very moment, it is not connected to a specific point in time. For us and the physical machines that are the portals, time passes linearly, and we can't do anything about that. However, for the black holes, this isn't the case. Just as their entry and end points can be in different places, they can also be in different times. In order to not send something through time, when we just want to transport something from one portal to another, the portals are anchored together in such a way that time data is automatically synchronized. Essentially, this means that ever since you arrived in this world, the same amount of time that has passed for you has also passed in the place where you came from. I see, so despite me being in different time periods, time still passes linearly on both sides of the portals. Yeah, so it's basically like we travel through space. Yay!
Something like that.
Otherwise, it would not have been possible for you to send messages back and forth to each other. If they were not synchronized, the portals on both sides would stay connected not only to a single point in space, but also to a single point in time, thus making proper two-way communication impossible. Yeah, but like, however, this is only possible through a connection that has already been forged. If we wanted to, we could also use our portal to send you back to your own time period, but to a moment before Reza even arrived here. That would mean there would be two of me, right? Wouldn't it cause, like, a time paradox or something? I can only tell you that it would work. No one has studied time travel before, though. Nobody has studied time travel before, though. So if there are any consequences, then I'm not sure of them. Most likely, an entirely new timeline would be created. Oh, great. Timelines theory.
Just like in Dragon Ball.
There would be a timeline without Dr. Spaceman altogether, and in the new one, there would be two of you. This is becoming way too complicated. I apologize. To come back to your original question, I'm not sure how much time has passed between the time I left my newborn society and now. Since the portal was not designed for time travel, I had no way of knowing how variables translated to our perception of time. It could have been thousands or even millions of years. How could the portal or even its power source still be operational after all this time? The portal receives power from the generator in the lab. These units were fitted with the absolute best technology we had to offer. It was designed to provide sustainable power completely independently from any already existing network or power lines. It gains energy from many sources: sun rays, earth's heat, movement, just to name a few. Keep in mind, it had to power a whole laboratory and research station while also providing the energy required for all of its inhabitants and the associated energy expenditures. Taking its power from Earth itself, a generator like this could continue providing power to the lab indefinitely. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single dinosaur since I arrived? It seems that the dragon society expanded over the whole continent. Many still hunt on their own for sustenance, and as such, the original species they were based on have mostly vanished. As in direct competition, ours proved to be far superior. Also, they have probably taken measures against having big predators roam their cities and villages. Yet while the dragon population has increased tremendously, I have found that by and large, their society as a whole has not changed much. Is that why everything here looks like it was made for humans? I suppose so. The learning program I initially used gave them knowledge about things and how to create them, yet, of course, those were only human inventions and designs. So they did never once stop to think that they should adjust how certain things look. A lot of furniture and objects I've seen look very impractical for a dragon. I was surprised about that too, but I have an explanation for this phenomenon. Don't forget that their genome was designed by an AI program to make them into effective bioweapons. The idea was to have them indoctrinated at a young age. After researching adolescence, their learning capacity would be greatly diminished. This resulted in subjects that would stay loyal and be unlikely to change their desired behaviors. Instincts also play a role. I imagine they are very much at odds with their learned behavior. Instincts in animals never change, and instinctual behaviors will always be there. If a given trait has been programmed into their... So, like, building chairs for humans is like... It's instincts? Building human couches for dragons is instincts. I would have never guessed. Even through their numerous generations, that doesn't even make sense. It's kind of a plot hole. We can see the result of this here. While I initially made them learn a certain set of values and knowledge, I found that the expression of those ideas has hardly changed. Yeah, wacky. And after I was gone, each new generation learned from its elders, and much of the initial knowledge and information was retained through all this time. The genome as a whole did change, however, which is unavoidable over time. They have been used as bioweapons. If they had been used as bioweapons as intended, they would have been nothing more than an army of identical clones. While I could see subtle changes in their behaviors as a result, some traits are still very much present in them. They are content with what they have and don't strive for more. I forgot how to read. They don't innovate or change, so technological breakthroughs or new inventions are a rarity. It's quite the opposite, really. They very much value tradition in their ways, which have not changed much in all these years. I see. How much time do we even have left to stop the comet? In a few weeks, the comet will pass the moon, and its gravity field will point the comet's trajectory towards Earth. This is when we need to be ready. If we strike then, we only need to minimally affect its path in order for the comet to pass Earth safely. It won't be enough time for the inhabitants of this world to prepare if Reza steals our greatest assets. So it's all about Reza and the generators, isn't it? Indeed. By the way, I fixed the portal in case we need to use it. Did you break it to prevent me from being sent away? No, that wasn't me. Reza better not use it to escape. Trust me, the portal's our greatest asset. I have programmed it with emergency coordinates. If you should find yourself in a hopeless situation and feel there's no other way out, go to the portal. I've made sure only you will be able to use them. I'll keep that in mind. What? How did you make it so only I can use it? That's weird. There's a lot of weird, wacky things going on in the background. I'm gonna mention that because I've been looking at those. It's very weird and wacky, the way it is. Biometrics. Okay. So, what's your plan? What do we do now? I will resume my work, and you will continue with yours. Find Reza. The administrator turned to leave. Wait, what's with all the secrecy? Why are you still wearing a mask? Why don't we pool our resources together and you show me your hideout? Don't you think it would be better if you were completely frank with me? No, not now. No, not now! A second later, the figure had already vanished into the darkness outside. When I followed Reza... When I followed, I realized that I wasn't sure how to get back to my apartment. Surrounded by trees and the blanket of night, it was hard to make out where I stood. After wandering through the underbrush, I realized that the lights on the horizon had been coming from the village and had made my way back. I returned to my apartment with much... I might be getting too tired. I returned to my apartment without much trouble. When I looked at the clock, I was surprised to see how much time had passed. Not having anything left to do for the day, I soon fell into a deep slumber. Seems there's nothing for me to do this morning. I guess they don't need me at the police department, not that I mind. Seems I've got some messages. Let's see. Hey, Dr. Spaceman, do you want to meet up and go somewhere? Ooh, just the two of us. I just want to get out of my crummy temporary apartment. I'm sure we could go think of something fun. Oh, I could think of something fun. Is he thinking what I'm thinking? Ooh, I hope he's the... I gotta keep going. Status? I don't think statuses have changed. Not load. Status. He's still impressed. Alright, he just rang the doorbell. I'm gonna save. Alright, and it looks exactly the same. I think I want to save twice. Alright. Oh, that must be him! Hey, Dr. Spaceman. Hey, Bryce. I know you said you wanted to get out of that small apartment of yours, but I'm not sure if mine is much different. Well, I figured yours couldn't be any worse than mine, and now that I'm seeing it from the inside, I have to say the council didn't do a bad job with it after all. I assume it's appropriate for someone with my status. Whereas the chief of police has to make do with whatever he can get. He said it was only temporary. It is, but I'm getting sick of it, to be honest. I can imagine. Anyways, what's the plan? Plan? You gotta do something, right? If you want some entertainment, I could offer you a bookshelf full of it. Here, Sheridan and the Scepter of Sovereignty. Should be enough to last you a while. No thanks, I have enough fiber in my diet already. I suppose you're not a big fan of reading, then. Why would I visit you just to read some crummy books? And beside it, oh, whoops. I do read from time to time. What do you read? Signs, menus, and magazines. I don't think that counts. Let me take a look around your apartment, then. Feel free, I'm not sure if there's anything special about it. I watched with amazement as Bryce headed for the kitchen. So, that's what you're really looking for. Guess what? I found something. Showed me one of the cheap bottles of wine that had been in the cupboard since I arrived. Why don't you raid the fridge while you're at it? No thanks, I think this'll do for now. Oh, I get it. You want to play spin the bottle. Sure, we just gotta empty out first. Ooh. I assume you don't mean emptying out in the sink. Oh, things are getting spicy, dude. It's gonna happen. Dude, it's gonna freaking happen. Of course not, that'd be a terrible waste. A terrible waste of the second cheapest wine from the store. I don't know how you humans are with stuff like that, but we here don't throw stuff away when it's perfectly good. I'm not sure this wine would qualify as, you know, perfectly good. Hey, at least it's not the absolute bottom of the barrel. Now, are you going to help me with this or not? Sure. I'll help you with that. Alright, let's make it one glass for you and the rest for me. You think that's fair? If I had to guess, I'd say you weigh... I weigh 5 to 10 times as much as you do. So, this is as fair as it gets. If you say so. I opened the kitchen cabinet to find an appropriate vessel for Bryce. But when I turned to ask him about it, he had already opened the bottle and was sucking on it like a baby. I suppose that means I won't have to do any dishes. How does it taste? Like wine, I guess. Cheap wine. Besides, I thought you were more of a beer person. Hey, I take what I can get. Just a few minutes later, the bottle had been emptied completely. I'm not sure if drinking like a dragon is a phrase, but if it isn't, it should be. Hey, not everyone can drink like me. I see. And now we can finally play spin the bottle. Don't we need more people for that? Damn, you're right. Now I drank all this for nothing. Somehow I think this whole spin the bottle thing was just an excuse so you could drink the wine. What? I'd never do such a thing. Of course not. Of course not. Well, we could still play it with just the two of us. Oh. At this point, we wouldn't even need to spin the bottle anymore. Come on, where's your sense of funness? Is that even a word? Or you're to relax, you should lighten up a bit. It's a bit hard to lighten up when given everything that's been happening here. If anything, it's worse than it's ever been. Rez's actions are threatening our agreement, and with it, the survival of everyone I know back home. But what really takes the cake is that he may have it out for me because I'm helping all of you out. You want to have this conversation right now? All right, let's have it. Let's let it all out. No, we're supposed to be fucking right now. Come on, let's not talk about this. Yeah, why don't we talk about Maverick? He may have it out for me because he thinks I'm working with Reza. And me, I'm just here right in the middle of this whole mess, just trying to make the best of it. You know, you're only involved in the investigation because we needed your help, right? I know, and I'm doing what I can, but that doesn't mean it's making the situation any easier. You think I don't know that? Me, the one responsible for every action our police is taking in this matter? If you want to go ahead and blame someone, just blame me. I could take it. No, I'm not blaming you. It's just saying this whole situation is something I'm not very comfortable with. And whose responsibility is that, huh? However you look at it, it's me. I was the one who didn't listen to Maverick back when he had suspicions about Reza. If I had acted then, this whole thing may not have spiraled out of control like it did. I didn't. I cock-blocked myself. And it's pissing me off. Despite what you might think about him, he was the one who found Reza's hideout, even after I forced him into sick leave. We were practically at Reza's front door and he still got away somehow. If I had done something different, we might have got him. Let this be my official apology to you. I apologize for anything anything I might have done wrong to you. Done to wrong you. I'm sorry for putting you through all of this and having to involve you in our work. While trying to fix this is a whole mess. Oh, that was the same sentence. Because in the end, this is all my responsibility. You don't need to apologize for anything, man. Oh, jeez. He hurled the empty bottle against the wall on the other side of the room where it shattered into pieces. Whoa! Then what do you want? Oh my gosh, I made him mad. Then what do you want me to do? Huh? I don't know. Do you think it's easy for me, seeing so many people die on my watch? Do you think I don't keep asking myself the same questions? What could have I done differently, and if I would have made a difference? I think as chief I'd be used to it by now, but I'm not. How could someone ever get used to this? It's my duty, you know? But I can't save them all. I never could. You know what happened out on patrol today? We found a dead child and a mother in the... Oh, no. No! No! That's... No! It's that little pink dragon. It's terrible. The mother died from some sort of illness, and after that, the daughter never left his side again. As if she'd just given up on life. Now I'm all sad. I don't want to be too sad to fuck, though. You could try and think about... You could try and think how you might explain something like that to the relatives, but I guess in this case we got lucky. Because the father was one of Rez's earlier victims. I'm gonna cry. You've been to more than enough crime scenes by now. How have you remained so calm? Do all those who have died not matter to you? Sorry for making you look at your corpse at your very first day here, but you know I had to. Your help here was invaluable, and it's not like I could ask anyone else. It's the same for me, really. Sure, they could ask someone else to be chief, but if I'm the one who's best suited for the job, who am I to reject that? Otherwise, I'd have to blame myself for every mistake the other chief made. Is that why you drink? It might come as a surprise, but... Actually, the alcoholic police chief used to be a huge stereotype in our world. Really? You wouldn't believe it. Actually, I do. The research about alcoholism in the police force is out there, but the general populace doesn't know about it. It's all just internal documents. Why don't people know? They don't want to know about unhappy things like that. Besides, they trust their chief. If they knew about it, maybe they'd start to have their doubts. I thought it was common knowledge that you visit the bar fairly often enough that you're friends with the bartender. I don't know. Maybe they don't realize how it affects me. They see someone who can drink a lot and does it for fun. They don't realize what it means. What other stereotypes about police are there in your world? You missed a whole lot, dude. That wasn't just like be right back. You missed 2 new dragons. You missed the whole explanation of where we are. You missed... You missed the explanation behind the dragons. That was an hour and a half he was gone. And now that you're gone, I need to go to the bathroom. But it seemed like we were very close. It seemed like for an hour and a half? I swear, that's when you left. It was like an hour and a half ago. Alright, well, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. But I'm not gonna be gone for an hour and a half. I'll be right back. Like, I'll actually BRB. Yeah, quick bathroom break. This one will be quick, though. Bryce looks so sad because... Oh. So Kaizek's gone. So this is the perfect time to explain what's happened. So Bryce looks so sad because he's telling me why he drinks. He deals with all this stuff on the job all the time. Jeez, this is a loud game, isn't it? You know, he has to be there at every crime scene, and it weighs on him. So that's why we're talking about police stereotypes, is that police chiefs, but you just got back from the bathroom. You gonna leave again? Alright, if you have to. I'm just saying, you just got back. Yeah, post-bathroom stuff. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, post-bathroom. Damn, I was this close to fucking myself. Then it got all sad. Yeah, spin the bottle. Yeah, things were gonna get frisky. Alright, Kaizek's back. King Coop left for some post-bathroom stuff, I guess. So, I think I'm just gonna keep going. Who knows if he's gonna return again by the end of the stream. Alright. What other stereotypes about the police are there in your world? That is... I gotta click on... There we go. That's the biggest one. I see. Well, alcoholism and suicides are both huge problems in law enforcement. Suicide? Yeah, if you have to deal with the things we do on a daily basis, it can affect you in pretty bad ways. Everyone has their breaking point. We all just cope in our own different ways. Some do it better than others. That's why I'm worried about Maverick right now, and why I wish you'd known him as long as I have. You think he's at his breaking point? He's taken this whole Reza situation very personally. I'm just worried about him, you know? Just like I'm worried about everything else until we can sort out this whole mess. It's personal for me too. No matter what you may think about Maverick or what he may think about you, he still found Reza's hideout, which led us to the generators. I guess you have both helped us out a lot this investigation. My point with all this is we're all very tight-knit group at the police station. Me, Sebastian, Maverick, Naomi. The bond we form on the job is just how we know to look out for each other. I can tell you there's nothing else quite like it. What do you think? How many more have to die to stop Reza? If anything, he's more dangerous now than he's ever been before. You know how much he depends on... You know how much depends on how this all turns out. Whatever happens, I'm just glad to have known you. Remember when I told you about the wooden models I'm making? I never told anyone else about that. As much as I like everyone at the department, it's not just something I can talk about them with. You saw us at the barbecue. I'd never hear the end of it. Sorry about the bottle, but by the way, I cleaned it up, but don't worry about it. It was empty anyways. That's the Dr. Spaceman I like. Oh, you wouldn't believe what happened with Irma at work. What happened? I heeded your advice and told her the truth.
Details, Bryce. Tell me everything.
Well, the day before yesterday, she tried her thing again, complained about her back pain to get a massage. and asked me if I didn't want to settle down eventually. At some point I had enough and just told her outright that I'm not interested in her.
For your own sake, I hope you weren't too harsh.
Hey, you said I should tell her the truth, so I did. Oh, shoot, what'd you say? Just that I noticed her clear attempts at wooing me and that I'm not interested, that's all. And how did she react? Not much, she just looked at me and said, "Oh, I see." Is that all? Yeah, and she stopped with the comments after that.
I guess that's not so bad then.
Well, not really. Now she's having me do all kinds of stupid things, like guard the outside of her office doors for hours on end. Maybe she's still worried about Reza, you know? Oh, maybe she's still worried about Reza. The building has its own security, so it's pretty clear that she's just doing it to get back at me for rejecting her. She's really good at hiding it, though. I'd never be able to prove it. You won't have to deal with her for much longer. Yeah, but I guess she'll just keep wasting my time until it's over. At least you tried to do the right thing. Yeah. Can I ask you something? Go ahead. If I told you that I'm a time traveler from the future, what would you say? Time travel? Isn't that something that just happens in bad science fiction novels?
The only bad science fiction novels in particular. Oh, why? Only bad science fiction novels in particularly.
Don't you think there could be a good one? Let's just say all science fiction novels, because they're all bad. Huge generalization aside, what if we are in a science fiction story and time travelers were real? I'd want to see some proof of it first. That's not something you come across every day, after all. Yeah, he just completely decimated science fiction. Like, what if I confided it to you as a friend? You still have to show me proof, or else I'd call you out on the joke. What if I was serious? Well, that's pretty far out. That's the kind of thing someone would make up to scam people for the money, or something like that.
Alright, let's forget about time travelers. What if I told you there was another human here besides Reza and me?
This is getting kind of weird, Dr. Spaceman.
Just entertain me for this question.
Bryce, well, unless
Oh my
you
gosh, that
self-voicing
creeped me out. 'Cause
disabled.
oh my gosh. That creeped me out because it just said Bryce, and I was like, what?
So, something saying my name through my headphones. Okay, that's that water bottle out.
Well, unless you had some sort of proof, I'd call you crazy. As a member of law enforcement, aren't you supposed to, you know, follow up on every report? Yes, but that doesn't mean we have to believe everything. There's no proof, we'll look for proof, and if we don't find some, well, without any proof or leads to follow, there's nothing we can do. I see. And by the way, when you and Sebastian went to the farmhouse to go after Reza, you just left me alone with Maverick in the same room. I did?
Yeah, I was worried there for a few seconds.
Don't you worry about him. You mentioned that you had a talk with him about a week ago, and that didn't end badly for either of you. He might be scary, but I don't think you need to be afraid of him. He's got a very strong sense of justice, so he won't do anything to you without a good reason. The question is whether you or I find those reasons good too. Seriously, don't worry about him. Don't base your opinion on him solely on that incident at the portal. Do you really think he was wrong to suspect Reza when Reza went to do the things he's done? When we talked with Irma, she pointed out that incident could have caused this whole mess. no matter his reasons, do you really think you want to defend Rez's actions like that? I don't know. This sucks for everyone involved, so just let's focus on getting things done when on the job and not let it consume us everywhere. Or elsewhere. Maybe you're right. What's outside? Fireworks? Yeah, it must be the summer festival. You wanted to get out of your apartment, and rather than go to the festival, you came here? The festival isn't really anything special for me anymore. Seen one, seen them all. Besides, it's usually more of a thing for families, really. I see. Are those the fireworks your people keep talking about? No, they have fireworks show every evening. Nobody really even cares about the first couple of days. It's only on the last day when they really bring out the big ones. I usually watch those. Oh, so if there's big explosions, then you care? Well, yeah, but the big tradition, yeah, maybe even the ideological one. You know, everyone in the whole town united for the stars, watching the beautiful fireworks. It's the thing. Is that when the meteor's gonna come crashing down? Is on the festival? Everyone's gonna think it's a big firework, but it's a but it's a meteor, and everyone's gonna die. Is that what's gonna happen? Sounds like this was gonna happen. People have been telling me for the last few days how I just have to see them. I swear, the first mention of it was Sebastian. When he was like, oh, you should come, but I'm going to be on guard duty, so I'm not going to be able to see it. I swear that was the first mention. Am I wrong? I might be wrong. You know, you kind of owe it to us as an ambassador to take part in a cultural event like that. I'm going to go anyways, so you don't need to convince me. Want to come with me? I know all the good viewing spots. Most of the popular ones are usually super crowded, and we probably want to avoid those. I can't really promise anything right now, but I'll keep that in mind. Well, you've got my number, so let me know as soon as you can. Sure thing. Of course I'm going with them. You know, those fireworks are often a couples thing. Yeah, I'll look at the status. I'm not surprised. They can set the mood for a romantic evening. Well, there's still going on outside right now. Are you saying you want to go outside and watch? No, I'm saying we could take this conversation elsewhere, namely, the bedroom. Ooh, the bedroom here is nothing special, I can assure you of that. Well, it's better than the one I have right now. You know, when you slept over last time and we shared the couch, I took it as a sign. Did that mean anything to you, or was it just two friends sharing a couch that was clearly too small for two people who just wanted to stay friends? Dude, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I think I get to answer. It meant exactly what you thought it meant. Why don't we make this a little more romantic then? Share a glass of wine and see where the evening takes us. I should have another bottle in the kitchen. I'll go fetch it. Sure thing. I went into the kitchen to fetch a bottle of wine and two appropriate vessels, wondering how Bryce would manage a wine glass. When I returned from the kitchen, however, I was met with an unexpected sight. He has his dong out, doesn't he? Dang it, it's except... Oh my! Bryce sprang to his feet, a somewhat embarrassed look on his face. What is it? No, it's fine, don't stop. Not something you've seen before, eh? Not like that. And then especially with my kind, they are, well... I think you see what I mean. Let's see. Yeah, Zong's gonna pop in and we get a threesome cutscene, you know? Mm-hmm. Do you just want to stand there and keep starting? No. Then why don't you come a little closer? All right. Another free day. Yay me! A bottle of... Another free day. All right. Well, I fucked myself. I can now say I fucked myself. Yeah! Yeah, I did it. I wonder if I could keep fucking myself. Oh, Kevin was a dragon. No, it's bedtime. I can't keep going. I have classes tomorrow. And I have other matters to attend to. Well, you're gonna have to watch the VOD, dude. You missed a whole lot. But yeah. Double safe. And yeah, that's that. Well, it seems like you were pretty weak this time, eh? You missed an hour and a half. Anyways, I've got to start getting ready for bed. I gotta go to sleep. All right, good night. I'll see you guys Saturday. And I don't think there's any events going on, so it probably should work out. Look at the Discord. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, that's great. All right. Good night. Thanks for watching. It was a blast, just like always.